this is like a global thing where, people have these perceptions of things, whether it's
Mm,
technology or anything. And it really is just we create the perception in our own heads. So I look at this technology and I think of this very complicated thing when in fact it's just a guy who's learned a little bit of
exactly.
code. He's just done it. You could do it if you
Yeah,
wanted to. You could do it. But they
exactly.
create this idea that it's much bigger and more complicated.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, that's because marketing people and gatekeepers like to do that. They like to make it seem much more complicated than it is, and that is to keep control of the industry.
But the thing that came to my mind when you were talking about the complexity of technology, it's only a source code and it's people are building on blockchains, is that the beauty of this technology that everyone can has the access on it and can build on top of it. Of course, we have some failures and some successful projects, but we can start something. So for young people, this is an encouragement for them actually that it's not complicated. You can do something based on the need of it. If you need,
Exactly.
if you have a need to do it, then it's gonna be successful. If you don't have the need to do it, it's not gonna
It doesn't mean
uh,
anything.
escalate. Yeah,
Yeah, and it doesn't mean
exactly.
anything. You create a balanced economy
Yeah,
so that it's not
true.
just one-sided things that meant nothing for actual people on the ground. Like paying
Exactly.
my bills and paying the pharmacy and doing these very practical things. That's why you need everybody involved in the ecosystem.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Right.
very interesting. One of the things that we really want to do is we want to try, of course, with our market being unbanked women, is uh, what we've identified as the most marginalized of all the groups of unbanked people is unbanked rural women. So how do we get to rural women and convince them that this is a tool that they can use that'll benefit them?
Um, part of part of answering this question, actually, I've mentioned that before because when I was saying about the example of the mother who is just chatting with her children, or even on WhatsApp or on Facebook, or being interactive on social media, it's the same because you mentioned also at least they use WhatsApp. So this is one thing that we have to bring it to them as very user friendly as other applications like the WhatsApp and Facebook. And number two, which is very important, and they both relate to each other, is the community. So when the rural woman will find out that her children, her neighbors, younger than her, or her husband, or the environment around her is actually using this wallet, and the shop that she brings the veggies from, or meat or chicken, I don't know what, the grocery are is using, actually this, she will be encouraged to use that. So it's about the community, it's about what's surrounding me. I'm not going to be the only person who is convinced to use this application within the environment and nobody else is using it. So it's going to be more familiar, and people that actually support, people who understand, will be the younger generation, understand this, the value of the wallet, will be the supporters of such rural women. This is very important. Now under that comes the use of the wallet. So when
Yeah,
she's starting to fund her wallet through her children, let's say one of her children will fund her wallet to start with transactions, she can just send money to XYZ for grocery delivery. She can send money outside of the country, or even receive money from outside of the country, and cash it whenever she wants.
mm,
And she will be connected to one or two connectors in the same area, and she will try. So we have to encourage her to try, just to start with a trial.
yeah.
When she is familiar with the faces and the application, which is very user friendly, voila, she will be able to do that one after a time.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I think the key thing is is solving a pain point. Having a place you can actually use the wallet, I think, is really the most important thing. And this is, I think, where our outreach will have to come on the ground, where, we go into a rural community and we find, as you say, like the most essential thing, where you buy your produce every day. If you can get that store to have a QR code and to have a wallet, and instead of dealing in cash, you can just deal with digital with a QR code. That, I think, will be a good way for that community, for the people to start using it.
And actually, to add on what you said, is the loyalty programs. So whenever you say to a grocery shop that you will start doing transactions with your clients through using this app, okay, just start trying that. You should reward them with something that it's gonna encourage them or urge them to use the wallet. Same to the client, same to the woman. You have to push them, so you will become a loyal client. You will have these points, you will have discounts. So it's an ecosystem.
No, sure.
Working on the users and the clients, making it more accessible to them is gonna be in parallel with working on the shops, the vendors, the merchants. Because it's a full ecosystem.
No, it is a full ecosystem. There's no one way to approach it, because what you're doing is you're part of building an ecosystem. So what you're doing is you're building the few little very important points of the ecosystem to get people to use it. This is really what's important, because it's so new that those don't even exist in a lot of places, and we having to build that. And that's what we're doing now at the moment in Lebanon. So it's a process.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a long process. Have to be organized and put all our efforts in, and we will reach there.
Yeah, no, I agree.